family. This is me, more holistic. It's been a whole month. I know it's a long time. Ask for your forgiveness. You know how life happens. Well, what I'm going to talk about today is a couple items. I'm going to talk about the fact that I am washing my hair with tea tree oil, tea tree essential oil, which is not an oil. It's an infusion from the plant, the tea tree plant. There's no actual oil in it. Washing my hair with no oils, conditioners in the hair. So I just wash it with a clear shampoo that gets all the buildup off of it, and then rinse it off. And I don't use any oil. Like I used to put coconut in the scalp a little bit when it got itchy, but I don't do that anymore. It's almost a month. I just washed it yesterday. You can see it's, and I put a little gel on the side. You know, gel it up right here. And then keep no oil on it. And plus, I'm not twisting up the roots as much, you know, because that pulls the hair out, all that manipulation and whatnot. So that's what I'm doing. And also, I'm still wearing wigs when I get ready to. And anybody else who wants to wear them, you feel free, because we invented them. The fact is that we don't control them. That's the problem now. And a lot of them are made with synthetic plastic that has, especially the kink-along, and a lot of them. You can see it's some research online talking about the toxins that are in some of the wigs. So here's a question, or here's something for a black woman to do. If you want to start a lucrative business, start it as making wigs, synthetic wigs out of non-toxic plastic. That would be a great money maker for you. Me, I can't do it right now because I got a lot of other stuff going on. But that's a great idea for some woman, black woman, to do. To make lots of money, get yourself out of debt, and take care of your children. And wigs are not a bad idea, because a misogynistic person, came on my page talking about what I need to do as far as telling women, black women, not to wear wigs. Now, wigs was started by us. You know, Cleopatra back in Egypt and different parts of Africa wore wigs. There's nothing wrong with wigs. And as I stated before, the only problem about it is that we don't own them. So it'll be a good idea for us to start some wig factories without using actual hair from Asia and places like that. Because, you know, using another poor woman's hair in another country to put on your head, that might not be a good idea. But make it up, synthetic stuff, because the black woman is very creative. We've always been creative. Everything came from us, math, science, and whatnot, astrology, anthropology, everything came from us. So that's all I had to say about that. So if you want to try that challenge, some people are doing it with the loose hair, not putting oil in the hair. It makes the hair lighter, and you don't get any acne on your face. I don't really get acne when I'm older, but I notice if you do put oils on your stuff. And I just finished washing it, so it's a little bit on the limp side. But yeah, I'm still going to put some of my purple shampoos in there. And if you do want to use conditioner on locks, you can make it really watery, or you just put it in the scalp, and rinse it out. But no leave-in conditioners and all them sprays and oils. And plus, a lot of these products are created by people that don't look like us, and they're just making a bunch of money off of this, just giving us a lot of gook and stuff to put in our hair. And if you do the research, you'll find out a lot of these products have a lot of lethal, toxic stuff in it. And they advertise it as natural and healthy. So that you have to be careful of. Now, also, another point that I want to talk about is that of single parents. Someone made a comment to me. I've heard this comment many times over and over, but it just comes to mind because I had a recent comment of that, saying that single parent mothers, well, I'll say black mothers, you know who I'm talking about, highly melanated people that look like me, okay? Highly melanated, pigmented, first indigenous, aboriginal, hue men, you know what I'm talking about, that we don't know how to raise boys to be men. And I thought about that, and I was like, had a lot of objections to that. Yeah, of course women can raise boys. Oh, yes, they can. They do it all the time. They've been doing it. The first family is the mother and the child. You look at the mother Isis and her son Horus. You know, out of the darkness came light, her son Horus, and that was her first family. That's the first person he clinged to. That was the first family. So anyways, yes, women can raise boys. But I do agree with it to a point. Women cannot raise men. Men would have to raise boys to be men, because women are not able to teach boys to be misogynistic and misogynor, which means to hate and despise women, to dominate women, subordinate them, and subjugate them, and torture and rape them in order for them to be submissive and to give in to their violence and domination. It's a froze again. Okay, so that is the point I was trying to make. So no, women cannot teach men to be oppressive and to make women to be slaves for the good men. She and he and those who think like that are correct. And I think what it is, it shows the inferiority, a hidden inferiority that women have. That if a man's not involved in it, then it's not going to work. It can't be worked because women are inferior and they don't have minds to think of their own or develop things without them. So, yeah, that's what I think about that. And for those who don't agree, I understand. I don't need you to agree with me. I'm not trying to make anybody think the way I'm thinking. This is just my opinion. And I think a lot of times single women or women, especially the honor of the black woman is degraded in many ways. If you look at the history of America, was to rape her and dominate her and dehumanize her in various ways, through stereotype her body, not having control of her body, and therefore the men who were quote unquote to protect her could protect her, so they were dishonored, and then he felt bad about it, so it's, you know, everybody feels bad. So it's a way to control and keep domination of the so-called slave class, to keep a person dominated, because you know, a sense of helplessness, and it's practiced today. That's why you have a lot of, you know, I would say stars revealing their behinds all over the TV and whatnot, and also the death of you know, police violence and whatnot. It's all to keep black people in a perpetual state of trauma and dominance, so that they give up and be submissive and just submit to being a slave. So that's why men do it, or like, yeah, to keep the slave wants to be a slave of a slave. So everything is based on a lot of lies and myths, and to break the will of the people. And so they do this through violence and lies and myths, you know, and to have control of the woman's body. To have control of the woman's body, because it's a resource, that's where your citizens come from, you know, the children and whatnot. So that, yeah, it keeps the woman down, the system, and keeps the system of racism, white supremacy, domination, the dominant class, imperialism, capitalism, patriarchy safe, and maintain, and itself, it readjusts and reshapes itself as time goes on, because the main thing is to have dominance over the African woman's body, which is basically the continent, because continents are bodies of women, have people describe it, so they can take advantage and have access to the resources, opportunities, and the life of the planet, which is the planet of the black woman, the planet of the black people. They can have it at their access at all times. So the solution would be to get rid of the oppressive system. And you can do, first by doing that, is get rid of the oppressors and the dominators' value and belief system out of your head. Yes, women can raise children. Do it all the time, and doing it millennia since the beginning of time. So that is definitely a misconception. So yeah, accept yourself, love yourself, and don't let if you are a single parent and you find yourself in that situation, don't let anybody blame, shame you, and guilt you and to feeling violated, that you've done something wrong. Of course, it's not a good idea to be a single parent in this society, because you're going to be resource deprived, and you know, the child will be resource deprived. So that's kind of like common sense. You don't want to do that, okay? But if you do find yourself in that, you're just going to have to be creative and come up with all kind of ways to survive, not survive, to thrive for you and yourself and your child. But don't let your potential be spoiled by thinking yourself as shame and blame and guilt, and you know, through all this type of mentality, because they use that to justify the violence and mistreatment and deception, and to control you as a you know, so you will comply with patriarchy and go along with it, and have that hidden shame which controls you. So, so they do that through their misogynistic religions, control women's education because you don't have a real history. You think you come from nowhere. And they do it to shame us sexually, our sexual freedom. And they do reward those mammies, those women that get married, the mammies that are co-conspirators with patriarchy. Economically, they reward them. And they pretend like, well, actually, the black people, we have to sort of pretend like we have economic independence because we're all dependent on the dominant society for our food. We don't own a lot of farms and industries. In other words, you could say the means of production. So, and then the women also are forced to participate in it in their own domination and subjugation, and they'll be rewarded. And also they do this kind of not with knowing because they have internalized the idea of the inferiority. So what we need to do, ladies, sisters, is to study our history, herstory, and that keeps us from being subordinate, dominated slaves and become black woman-centered, woman-centered. Think about women history, women-centered, women thoughts. You have thoughts, you have an equal contribution to this world. You've been here for millions. Life started with you. Was no man around when life started as an amoeba in an ocean somewhere. And you decided to split and form into different, to a fish and crawl out and whatever goes on. So yes, you have a mind of your own. Yes, you can be women-centered, okay, and think, okay, and think about women, and how you're going to develop and how you're going to pursue and thrive and move on, okay? So that's all I had to say about that, but good luck and have a good day. Thumbs up. You can subscribe, have some more information for you. And you can take this any way you want, okay? And for all you men who are misogynors and misogynistic people, women hate, you don't like women, you want to control us and keep us down, don't come with me with comments, negative comments about what I need to be doing, okay? You go build an army, go build a force, and get the force that's knocking you around, okay? Anyways. Thumbs up, y'all. Peace and blessings, peace, and abundance. All praise to the Black Mother Goddess, whom all blessings flow. And don't be afraid, because she's got your back. Don't let anybody scare you. It's not the end of the world for us. It's the end of the world for them. Okay? Have a great day. I'll be back. I'm going to try to post more often. You know how it is. Life gets in the way, but that's no excuse. But anyways, peace and blessings, and may the Goddess bless you and keep you and protect you. Women, black women, you're not alone. You're protected. You have to go inside yourself. She's there. All you got to do is call on her. And you have to, I know you got to watch out for the patriarchal violence. You can't walk down the street because somebody might rape you or whistle at you, and you might get raped or hurt or beat or maimed in some kind of way. And that's physically. And then psychologically, they run those games on you with that you're the daughter of Eve and the fall of man, and you're the reason you're sinful, you're innately sinful and inferior. All the messages are out there. Of course, they're not in your face nowadays. It's very subliminal, but they're there. Just take a look and listen to what they say and see how they present it through all the educational system, all the systems, But anyways, you can do whatever you want. You have all the potential within you. The Goddess is within you. The Great Mother, she's within you, can do all you with. They try to suppress her and erase her, but she has never been erased. She's here. Okay, it's just that you don't know. So a lot of times, if you're not aware of something, it doesn't exist. But it's become aware, and it will exist. And you will not be without, okay? So be very creative and form a new system with women as the center. Okay, black women in particular, since we're at the bottom of the hierarchy or whatever, the little levels they got. We're at the bottom, so we need to come and bring a full circle, come around and make our contribution, because we have been in civilization from the beginning. We created all these things. It came from us: mathematics, science, astrology, astronomy, birthing, medicine. It all came from the black woman. I mean, I got the receipts. If you don't believe it, I got the receipts. So don't come at me with no stuff what I need to do, okay? Okay? Don't come at me like that. Go do what you want to do. Go do what you got to do. Go build an army, okay? Go build a Air Force, add National Guard and Marines, and free yourself, okay? But anyways, now, okay? So that was just my thought on that. Something was pretty much that I wanted to talk about. It's not a big issue, but it is a big issue, and it kind of in conclusion, yeah, I want to take all the oil off my hair, out of my brain, all the kind of stuff. But what's really important is not what's on your head, whether you wear locks, whether you have natural hair, whatever. It's what's in your head. You're gonna need something in your head, in your heart. Lighten your heart, lighten the load. Know your history, ladies, is very important. I got some more books for you talking about the astrology, how astrology itself, all the astrological symbols, which are now male, most of them are, they used to be all women. God, I meant to bring that book here. If I could pause this thing, but it's called the, what is it called? When God was, not God, if you can hold on 1 second, I might go get it for you. Hold on one minute. Okay, y'all, sorry about that. Okay, this is an old book. It's called God Herself by Geraldine Thorstein, The Feminine Roots of Astrology. Man, this is a good book. Has all the facts in there, but it shows a lot of, don't show a lot of melanated women, but we know what all that means, that they actually were melanated women. But you know, everything gets wiped out. And the black woman always get erased, and she started everything. But everybody always put their name on it and reinterpret it and steal it or borrow it, whatever you want to call it. There's nothing wrong with borrowing. But anyways, read this book. It's pretty good. This old one, mine's falling apart. But anyways, it's a great book. Well, basically, that's all I have to say, everybody. Honor the mother. Honor the mother. The great fall is when well, the matriarchy, the great mother, the great black mother became usurped, and the great war came. It was a bloody great war, and they replaced all the black female goddesses with gods. Okay, and that's what happened. That's the fall of man, as you could say. And the only way to restore that is restore the goddess. Put her first in your life. Learn anything you can about her. Learn her history. Oh, her story, okay? Not his story, her story, okay? And it's a great ride. And I have some more information for you. Right now I'm studying the tree of life, which is the woman, the fruits. You know, the tree of life, the fruits, and different spears. And it's all female. And of course they done flip that around too. It's so funny how they done flipped everything around. It's not hilarious, but it's just so, I don't know what you could call it. It's just, I can't, more and more I find, the deeper and deeper I get, it's like going down the rabbit's hole. It goes so deep, deep, deep. You could go down there forever. And what I know is like a grain of sand. I don't know that much, not much at all. But anyways, you guys, I have some more stuff for you. But my hair is growing. And I think it grows a little bit faster without all that oil on it. And I might tighten it up maybe once every 6 months. See how gray it's getting now? But yeah, it's still kind of a bit damp in there. But yeah, y'all take care and keep your vegan diet. Try to eat your fruits and vegetables, you know, fruits and vegetables, grains, rice, not rice. That's got a lot of gluten in it, but your fruits, vegetables, nuts, things like that. Stay away from anything that has a face, if you can. If you have to eat something with a face, go right ahead. But I'm sure you wouldn't want something eating you with a face. But anyways, that's another subject. We won't get into it. Just do the best you can. I understand. But yeah, I got some more stuff for you. So stay tuned and I'm going to try to post at least every 2 days, you know. But yeah, there's a lot of people out there with content that's very well. So I said, I guess I'll put my 2 cents in it and get into the arena. There's not a lot of older women, so I'm gonna be a wise old woman, like the the full moon, you know, like a crone, old crone. So you might want the opinion of an old crone, and that's pretty much absent, I noticed, from the input, because people say women don't have a place to have anything to say, and we don't deserve. Oh, that must be my screen. Anyways, have a voice, that we shouldn't say anything, and nobody's going to listen to us, and we don't know what we're talking about. But, you know, that's not true. You have life experience. Plus, I do have resources and citations and books that you can read if you don't believe me. And, you know, written and whatnot. So, that's all for now. And I pray and ask the mama to take care of you and watch over you. In abundance is our natural state of being, and a universal black goddess. I know some of y'all don't like the word black. But I'm using it as an adjective to describe, you know, like darkness, like midnight. I don't know what color you would call midnight. Maybe that's like a dark blue, black. Oh, the word black, let's not say that. You know, take a look, go outside at night when it's dark, sun's down, tell me what color that is. Well, darkness, that's what I'm talking about. Melanated sky, ocean, whatnot. Everything has melanin in it. The plants are green, photosynthesis, all that. We call them green. I don't know if you should really call a plant green, because it is green, but I don't know, a plant might be offended by that. Plant, are you green? Hey, plant, where's my aloe vera plant? Oh, here we go. This is the aloe vera plant. It's green. You think it's offended by me calling it green? Are you offended by calling you green? She said, yeah, she wants to be called aloe vera. Okay? So I understand everybody. Everybody don't like the term black. They got different labels they want to put on themselves. I understand. I get it. I get everything behind it. You don't understand, but I do understand. I get all the that behind it. Anyways, thumbs up. Take care. You'll hear from me soon. Very, very soon. Bye.